Hello and welcome. Well, this is a little bit of a different video. I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. And I have an out-of-town appointment on Thursday when I usually go live. So I thought rather than not do the live that you've all been waiting for, I shall do it and I'll record it so that you can watch it at your leisure on Thursday. Okay, memento. Now, so the Winter Owls won the vote. They were the most popular for me to do a live, along with Fragrant Forest. So first, I'm going to stamp my owl. Get him all ready. This is a beautiful set, easy to use. I think I've explained all that before to you, how much I love it. I must re-ink these mementos before class 2. So we just stamp him down. See what I mean about a halo. I've got that, but that doesn't matter because we're going to cut him out. This one we're going to cut out, so just stamp him off on some scratch paper. Do I need him again? I'm not sure if I need him again. Anyway, I'll get him clean in case I stick my hand in it and get ink everywhere. So I'll pop him over there. And what else was I going to do? That's it for memento at the moment. So I'll show you something with that in a sec. It'll just give that time to dry. I think I've decided I'll use Blackberry Bliss for the sentiment. And I'm going to do something naughty here. I'll show you why when I get to put this card all together. I wasn't happy with the dies that we had. I wanted to use, so I'm going to use, don't hate me, I used my 1 3/4, which is current on the online exclusives. I'll use that punch for the matte for this. And I mean, you've all got circles. There's various sorts of circles in the annual catalogue anyway, but this is quick and easy, and I prefer this. Now I just want to centre that properly. Don't get too excited. Down a bit. So I'm going to adhere that together. I'll just use my multi-adhesive glue. Pop that aside. Okay, I've cleaned that, haven't I? Oh, that one came from, where did I put that? Yep, put it away now. I'm showing you Botanical Layers. That's another favourite sentiment of mine, and I love this stamp set as well. I don't use it as much as I should, but I particularly love this leafy thing here. It's just gorgeous. Doesn't have dies to go with it. Maybe that's why I haven't used it much. So then we're going to take our owl and we're going to grab our light berry burst, and all we're going to do is just touch the colour to the wings. Just touch a bit of colour, just making sure you can see what I'm doing here. Touch a bit of colour here. I just do kind of dots here. Just adds a little bit of definition, a little bit of colour to your owl without you having to colour him all in. So I won't keep going. I'll show you the finished one, because by the magic of video, I have one already done. Let's pop that aside. So where did I put it? Here we go. So, and then you die cut, or you finish your little, adding colour. Then when you die cut him, he's ready to go like that. Okay, I might pop that in there in case I lose it as well. I'm prone to lose things that are right in front of me. Pop that over there, and we're going to get our background organised. Now this I saw the lovely Beck Hall do this idea. I need navy as well, I didn't have that out. Just re-inked that, so hopefully that wasn't a mistake. And I really loved what she did, so I'm going to use our Fragrant Forest background stamp. Just make sure it's all inked up. Pretty easy to see whether it is or not, I think, although I did miss a few areas on a couple, but we do have two sides to the paper, so that's a good thing. Now, I'm not sure if that was my piece, but it'll do. You want to start with a bigger piece than you need, and you'll see why in a sec. My blocks are a bit dirty, so that this is all I do. You can just put a piece of paper on it and press it, but this gives it more pressure. And hopefully it'll be a good image. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I should have had a better look to see, because I'm not going to use all of this, to see which portion I needed to use so that I could, oops, you don't want to shift it. I think I may have, but I'm not sure. Just pick it up. How's that? Beautiful. And then we're going to clean our block off, because we don't need that anymore, unless I make a huge error. We're not. Oh, yes we are, for the second card. Just gonna, for this, I'm just gonna grab my old chamois. You don't want to use baby wipes for your stamps because they have lint on them, and then you get them on your stamps. So you can use your normal chamois. I'm just doing this, and then I'll go, because this is just an old cheap one. Sometimes I use, as you can see, I leave it in my scrub, and it just saves my scrub from getting filthy dirty. So then we're going to clean that. Yep, that's all good. That's fine. Just remember not to use the blue one, the one that's got all navy on it, for next time, won't I? Then I'm going to shock horror. I'm going to, will I do that first or will I do that last? I might, not sure what I did with the other one, but I might, with this one, I might do the adding the ink, doing some sponging first. I did my other one in navy, but I'll just see how this turns out. We'll see which one we like better. So just start off the edge of your page, tap it off a little bit, then come onto your page, and oh, I didn't want to go, probably should have started torn it first, because I've got a bit carried away there and gone a bit too far up. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Probably want that a bit darker. I'm trying to see my other one did. Yeah, I've gone probably too far up. only gone light with the blue, so where I've gone up, so I might be able to rescue it. We shall see. That's just with the blueberry bushel. And we're going to use Berry Burst. So make sure I haven't got some other sort of pink that I want to introduce into my inks. We're going to start on the edge again. And I think this is going to be okay, actually. I have to be careful of my hands, won't I? It's kind of going purple now on the blueberry, isn't it? Where the blueberry is, it's going purple. I quite like that. See, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake, you can have a different look. So, we'll go with our Blackberry Bliss. You're probably wondering, what the heck is she doing? She got the whole... We're not going to use the whole thing. That's what I'm doing. Just grab a bit more. Bit more Blackberry Bliss. At least I'm calling it the right name. I kept calling it Rich Razzleberry when I was making this card. Oh, about a week ago. So then let's see. Start up here. Some people push it out the way because that looks, you can't really see with that mess there, can you? Some people would get scared to tear, but just if you don't want to tear, you can cut and then tear, I guess. I do like the torn look. We need to go. It is a bit tricky because you don't want the bottoms of the trees there. You need to go all the same way, otherwise you'll have your torn edges looking a bit weird. So just put your finger there, put your two thumbs and just go for it, just gently. You do have to use a bit of pressure. But then if you stick your thumb on where you're tearing, you're not going to tear it too far, and that's fine with that little bit there showing. And then I'm going to cut this down first. Let me see what this is from the Stargazing paper. Just want to see what I have to cut it down to. So obviously I'll cut the bottom off it. Sorry if you can't see that. And then I think I want those trees there, so what did that measure? Forgotten now. It was not a few days ago that I did. That's 9.5 by about 13.8, I believe. So 9.5. And on one of mine, I cut it at 9. I could scream when I do things like that. Do I want to cut? I'm going to have to lose these trees here. Hopefully I haven't messed up now. No, that's fine. Now, okay, I'm going to, that was the razzleberry, so I'm going to just sponge there. There's a little bit of a technique for you. What I'm going to do next is add some Wink of Stella to this, so you've got a nice shiny edge. And I can see that you probably can't, especially on that messy paper. I'll hold it up when I'm done. I did want to, I'll do that after. Did want to flick some dots on there. Maybe I'll do that next. Then I might have to change my paper, because when I was embossing the next one, I did my practice one, I must have had bits of Wink on. Actually, I might pop that up, will I? I might, and we can, oh, I don't need that then, do I? I might, and we can see which one we like the best. I can use these black ones because it's dark colours. Because I don't think there's any reason why I can't. I wasn't sure. Probably I didn't on my first one, because when you're planning a card, you're not sure where your greeting's going to go. This is the only bit of this card that I cased from Beck. The rest of it's me. So I want the lighter bit up the top. There's no point having all dark, is there? And hopefully I can get that straight. Easier to get it straight. If you have trouble getting things straight, you might want to use your multi-purpose glue, maybe. Now, like I said, I want to splatter this. I don't want to get it on my block, and I don't particularly want to get it on there. Let's do it on here. See that we don't make a mess everywhere. Block. Can we see that? Squeeze a little bit out if I can. There we go. Just grab any tool that's handy. Just to add a little bit more sparkle. This is fun, and I never know when to stop, as you can tell. I am being careful to cover up all my things that I don't want, stamps and everything that I don't want to get Wink of Stella on. That back there, and that needs to be cleaned off. The baby wipe will do that. So I don't know if you can see, lift it up to the camera, get that scratch paper out the road. It's fairly sparkly, okay? There's a few things I wasn't sure of with this card. Because I had done the other one in a different colour because I mucked up. I wasn't sure if I wanted a blueberry or and I was going to ask you guys, but it must be the, I don't think that's the mat. I think that was the one I had here. It was to stamp my trees on. Well, I don't need that. Place that over there. Not sure if I need. I don't know why I put that there. Maybe it's to do the inside. Maybe. Not sure. So I think I let's just make sure that's going to fit. Yep. And if we like it on the excuse me, I wasn't actually sure if I wanted to go that, but I think I've decided now I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the white like I did for my other one. So that and that. Just want to make sure your mats and layers are all the right size before you go adhering things on. I've just ordered another pack of this stargazing paper. I love it. Not for the stargazing set, I don't even have that, but I love it for like the green. I did my monkey card with that, and what's the sales? I don't know why I'm getting things caught in my throat right now. Why I'm bringing on the coughing. So if you get a chance to pop that in on your order, go for it. I think, do we want, I didn't check that, did I? Whether I wanted navy or, I do think the navy. Pop that over there in case I get ink or something on it. Don't you stick down yet. Okay. What else have I got in here? Oh, I was going to show you the differences of what the sentiments I had done, but because I won't hear your opinions, here I need to put some silver underneath him. I had it done on that, but I don't think I want that. I think that's my preferred sentiment, and this was what I was talking about. I did it with these are the smallest deckled circles, and I just didn't like the look of it. Or I could have done, it's probably okay, probably just being too fussy, but I preferred this with the circles. Or I could have done this, but I thought that was too dark. So you can see how jolly fussy I am. But I do like to do a nice card when I can. It looks like on my sample one I must have used 2 other punches, so I might pop this down first so that I don't pop my owl in the wrong spot. Make sure he's straight. Okay, and then we want to put some adhesive on here. Here it is. Just ordered some more of this. It's not in the sale, but I was getting a bit low on it. So all you need to do with this is just go around your fingers a couple of times. And where have I got that? Across the body. So across the body here, I would pinch it kind of in the middle. Kind of sort of like that. Chop him off. Now I've stuck my big finger in there, it won't let me go. There we go. And then some dimensionals on there. Oh, no, before that, I like to pop some double-sided tape across that, just so it doesn't go anywhere. Of course, have it hidden, of course. I think that's probably enough. Might be overkill. Right. Just try and avoid putting your dimensionals on top of the trim because ribbons and trims do not like dimensionals. They won't stick. If you put a dimensional over your trim, it won't stick, and then it'll come off your card, and then the person will be disappointed, won't they? So then it's just popping our owl, kind of like, yeah, kind of like that. We just need some rhinestones. And all I would do for the inside of this one is to, have I done it on my, oh, that's what I did. There we go. I did the little owl and I did some, I don't think I gave myself a piece for the inside, so that's what I did on the end. I'll show you this one. That's what I did on the inside. Put the cute little owl there, and I just used the where is it? This branchy thing to make like some grass for him to hide in. Okay. So I'll just pop my rhinestones on, and that one's done on the outside anyway. That's my picky tools. Yep. I can even copy off where I put my dimensionals. I should be able to work that out by now, shouldn't I? But anyway, saves me thinking. There we go. That's plenty on there. So that's that one. There we go. So I'll do the envelope and that later. You've seen how I did that, so the process of that. So now this next one hasn't been put together, so I thought it'd be fairly simple. That's if all being well. Okay, so grab the Versamark and the gold embossing powder, and I'm just going to wipe over this stamp set, background stamp, just to moisten it. And I can see I've got a little bit of something or other there, and I'm looking to see, because same thing, not the same thing but kind of similar, a little bit of navy there that didn't come off. Get that off, because this is the area I want to concentrate on. Just want to make sure it hasn't got any little, can see some shiny things on there, which will be why it didn't stamp very well for me. I had to mess around with it a little bit. Okay, so we really just need this bottom bit here, but it is hard to tell if you've got enough Versamark on there. So I'm going in and giving it a good inking, trying to look and see whether it's inked up enough, and go for it. Oh, no, I don't want to do that, do I? This is what and we need to use our embossing buddy, most important. I can even put my fingers up there so I'm not having to touch and get oils from my fingers on the card. placing it there. I know it's crooked, but we'll get around that. Hopefully, give it a good hard press. The ink does need to soak into the paper, so if you can just leave it for a minute, we'll open our get our gold embossing powder ready. It's really messy. Take that off. Lift that off. Oops. Oh, I've got a pinkish. Why would I get pink when I've used navy? That's interesting. Hopefully it won't show once I've embossed. Anyway, if it does, I have one I prepared earlier. Just making sure I get all of that. Oh no, it's come off the berry has come off the chamois, I guess, hasn't it? I just rinsed that out. I didn't think I wiped anything with that. Oh well. Now cover your ears because I'm going to heat that. And by magic, and make sure you've got it all. I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, pretty sure I've got it all. No loose powder. How pretty is that? Over there, and I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, I probably should have cooked this as well because that's dry powder that's going that would be annoying coming off on my fingers. It already did come off on my fingers. I don't need to make more mess, do I? So we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to tear it. I don't want to tear the top of my tree. So I'm going around. Having a ripping time. You can always come back again if you haven't torn off enough. Which I probably haven't, but we'll see. See how my card is turning out. I'm going to put Santa there, so I might not need. Have I stuck that down? No. Again, I'm going to measure this, which is, I think it'll be the same. Is it? 9.5 centimetres, and it doesn't matter about the length. We'll just chop off the top, chop off the bottom, I should say. do it at the top. It's too far away for me. Let's make sure. And same thing, we'll do 9.5. I'm going to come from this, from the top down, because I've torn that. That might have interfered with the blade. Who knows? Okay. Now, if I can remember how I planned out my card, we'll be all good. Where's my silicone mat gone? Oh, there it is there. So first I adhered this. This paper's from the online exclusives. We used that in a full day Christmas class a few weeks ago. And this is some retired, I forget what it was called. It's just gold. So I thought I may as well use up my retired stash. You only see a border, and we've got other gold you can use. Plenty of other gold in the catalogue, so no biggie. Oh, actually, let's make sure that's the right size, and it is, before I go putting it on the card. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to. There's the one I prepared earlier. Didn't need it. Wasn't sure how I planned this out. So I'm not sure if I want to. Oh, that one I didn't cut down. So that one must have been the other one. That one's already cut down. So I wanted to put, I'm not going to put, and we're going to put that there. I'm not going to dimensional it. I'm going to dimension Santa instead. Because otherwise it's be difficult to get Santa on there on dimensionals perhaps. So bring it down here and adhere it somewhat straight. Now, do we want some gold trim? Do we want that behind Santa, or do we want that behind the greeting? I'm thinking behind the greeting, so just going to get some dimensionals, which is another thing I should have had prepared, because I'm not out of them, but I'm down to the edge bits, which you don't throw out, you use them. Was a good idea for this. I just happened to be going through my papers and he fell out, and I thought, oh, he's sort of goldy. He would look good on that. And he does. Now I wonder if I can put some little ones on his feet. Put one on half of that foot. I wonder if I can get this one on there. Can I? Maybe not. Maybe I'll have to do the same. I think it's too wide. Let's see. Oh no, you can't see. It's fine. Fine, fine, fine. Get the backings off. And we are almost done. Almost. I think I want to put a bit of, like, I'm a bit of a ribbon freak. Ribbon and twine, I like it. So I'll grab some of this. See what we think. I think I need bigger than that, bigger. Do I? Let's see what it looks like. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Easy as that. Might have to fix it up a little bit. That's fine. Now we want a bit of... This is just what I do. You probably don't necessarily have to do this, but I don't like my bits and pieces coming off my cards, so I like it to be secure. So then, where's those dimensionals gone? Where did they go? I didn't. Oh, here we go. So I didn't use them all, I don't think. Did I cut them? Yes, I did. That was good of me. Sometimes we don't want to cut them because we want them to be for our edges. Great for the edges. Now if I can avoid that trim. Only got one little one left there. Don't you feel good when you finish a sheet? Like, oh, I've made some cards. It's not going to matter if the trim goes outside the card. It's not going to stop it from going into the card. Now we need some gold. Gold bling. So perfect bling would be these gold pearls. Need our take your pick again. Like I haven't reorganised these. There we go. I should put them back in the bag, but I'm being lazy. Now, what's she going to do for the inside of this envelope? I did give myself an inside, I think. Did I? Yep, I did. So I think what we'll do is, there's a bit of scratch paper. Use this one. I think we'll grab our fragrant, not our fragrant trees, our forever forest and some mossy meadow for this one. We need one of our larger blocks. Put that down a bit. And some mossy meadow. Let me straighten that up on the grid paper so I've got a bit of a chance to get it straight. Again, give it a good press, not too hard, you don't want to burn it or halo it. And we'll do the same on our envelope. You could emboss these trees if you wanted to. If you're thinking that's not stamping properly, it actually is. It's must be a distinctive stamp, I think, because it does stamp a bit lighter. If you check in the catalogue if you're not sure ever, and you might not put the those 3 on there. We won't have room to put the persons. I should have come down a bit, but anyway, never mind. Just going to set that there for the time being and get rid of that in case I put it down on the scratch paper and then get pink on it or some other colour that I didn't want. You could sponge that. I'm going to be lazy and not. Or this card, so that's our other card. So we have our 2 cards complete. Let me know in the comments what you think. I hope you guys get a chance to watch because I'm rather proud of these cards, I have to say. I'll pull them down a bit because they're a bit too high. Okay, thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for watching the replay and supporting me. Thank you. Bye-bye.